Sony A7s II.
Okay, Taylor and I are talking about our new Sony A7s II. We're going to talk about things we like and things we don't like. Previously, we were recording with a Nikon D810 into an Atomos Ninja Blade. Then we got the Panasonic GH4 because that fit on the gimbal for our drone. And just the other day, we bought a Sony A7s II for low light shooting and also internal 4K recording. So we're going to talk a little bit about what we like and don't like about it. Taylor has got a GoPro on his head, and he's going to go and dive into the menu system.
I still don't understand the menu system on this camera. There's lots and lots of settings, and they're all in weird different places. Some of the most important settings for shooting, white balance and picture profile, are pretty deep down in there. You can set up your function for the quick menu to get to the picture profiles, but I don't know. It's a lot of menus.
So it's kind of buried in there. So you can't change size of recording and frame rate. Picture profile, white balance, and ISO are all on different screens in the menu system. So it makes it kind of difficult. Looking at the screen from Taylor's view, he's trying to focus a Rokinon Cine DS 50mm lens, and it really doesn't focus that well. Well, the screen isn't high enough resolution or sharp enough to focus very well. We plugged it into our Ninja Blade to do a side-by-side comparison of the ProRes 422 with the internal codec, and it was much easier to focus from the Ninja Blade screen than it was using the screen on the back or the OLED viewfinder. Okay. Do you want to talk about the differences of the XAVC internal codec versus ProRes 422?
I did not really see a lot of difference between the two. You certainly get a little bit more, megabits per second, but supposedly the XAVC HD is more efficient, so I don't know if it's a wash.
We did notice some, looking at it on an 80-inch screen, standing a foot away from it, we noticed a little bit of macro blocking in the out-of-focus bokeh areas of the shot, but nothing that we would notice while you were playing the video at full 24 frames a second or looking at it at a normal viewing distance.
Don't really like the flippiness of the screen. It's pretty nice to have, but it's really not as articulated as a GH4 screen.
Well, with the GH4 screen, you can flip it all around, and it will flip into selfie mode. But it's much easier to use above and below and off to the side. I think basically what we have is a really nice image sensor and the S-Log 2 and 3 color profiles surrounded by a camera where the menu system and the screen is really kind of letting us down. So it's still
also, I just noticed we've just been messing around with it today. We haven't even really filmed anything. We're already at 19% battery life.
Oh, yeah. That is another thing, is the GH4 will shoot all day out of one of the batteries, and the A7S has a much smaller battery, and it dies quickly.
It also, and I don't know if we can customize this some more or not, but like the full display information on the back is like super info overload, like way too much crap. And you can set it just to have your audio levels and histogram. I mean, the focus peaking, ugh.
Right, the focus.
It's nice to have it in there because, you know, something like Nikon doesn't even have any kind of focus peaking, but it's so just kind of overbearing, and like it obscures the shot actually because it's so thick, like the line weight they chose for it. Just might have to do with the low resolution of the rear LCD in general.
I would definitely say the focus peaking on the GH4 or the focus peaking you get on the Atomos Ninja Blade is much better and more useful.
I almost want to turn it off, but watch this. When I go to turn it off, it's flash. There's some focus stuff. Here's some more focus settings, but that's not it. That's not even. Then, operation not available. Man focus assist on.
That's just the zoom thing. That's not the peaking.
Focus magnifier.
Now, granted, we've used Nikons
Audio.
all the way back to
peaking.
F3 digital camera or F3 film cameras, and we've used the GH4 for a little bit over a year, so we know where everything is and we know how to use it. Sony is a new system, and we're not exactly sure where everything is, but I don't think you should have to hunt. I think all of those video shooting features should be on the same page.
Yeah.
Oh, and push the shutter button. This is the other maddening thing. It pops up an error message instead of starting the record process. So we had to use one of our custom buttons to make the record button, or use this little indented on the side hidden button to start and stop recording.
I mean, there's no way to hit it without you would normally grip the camera. You almost have to, like, you know, hit it and then get back into your grip however you're shooting. I mean, it's not so bad when it's on the tripod, but you still have to kind of
hunt around
it's
for
kind
it.
of recessed and like almost hard to actuate. You have to press into the camera and kind of. I don't know why they would do that.
So I think we'll use this thing a lot for low light situations because that's really incredible, even compared to the Nikon full frame sensor. The low light is absolutely incredible, and the image quality and everything else is exceptional. But I think just as far as usability, the GH4 is going to be our A camera, and the A7s is going to be our B camera or low light A camera. Anyway, if you're looking to buy one right now and you want internal 4K, I would say for $1,200, the GH4 is still your best bet, unless you need super low light capability.
I think all around it's a better video camera.
Yeah, definitely a better video
The
camera.
A7s just, it seems it's more of a specialized, if you know you're shooting in low light most of the time, that's where I would go this. I mean, it does have, though, the in-body stabilization, which is nice.
In-body stabilization.
Lens you want to adapt to it.
Looks pretty stable.
Will have stabilization. It's generally pretty good stabilization.
Much better than that GoPro on your head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we're definitely keeping it.